Hey viewers, welcome to our learning adventure. Let's learn laboratory vocabulary. Get ready to explore and discover the tools and equipment scientists use every day. Beaker. Beaker is a cylindrical glass container used in laboratories for mixing, heating, and holding liquids. Beaker. Flask. A flask is a laboratory glassware with a narrow neck and wide body, used for mixing, heating, or storing liquids. Flask. Test tube. A test tube is a narrow cylindrical glass container for holding or heating small liquid samples. Test tube. Microscope. A microscope is an optical instrument that magnifies small objects for detailed observation. Microscope. Thermometer. A thermometer is an instrument for measuring temperature. Thermometer. Pipette. A pipette is a laboratory tool used to measure and transfer precise liquid volumes. Pipette. Burette. A burette is a graduated glass tube with a tap, used for precise liquid dispensing and titrations. Burette. Funnel. A funnel is a conical laboratory tool used to transfer liquids or powders into containers with small openings. Funnel. Tongs. Tongs are handheld tools used to grip, lift, or hold hot or heavy objects in a laboratory setting. Tongs. Tweezers. Tweezers are small, fine-tipped tools used for picking up or manipulating small objects. Tweezers. Stirrer. A stirrer is a tool used to mix or stir substances, typically liquids, in a container. Stirrer. Graduated cylinder. A graduated cylinder is a cylindrical container with marked measurements, used to accurately measure liquid volume. Graduated cylinder. Balance. A balance is an instrument used to measure the mass of objects. Balance. Dropper. A dropper is a small, glass or plastic tool used to dispense liquids in drops. Dropper. Crucible. A crucible is a heat-resistant container used for heating substances to high temperatures in a laboratory. Crucible. Clamp. A clamp is a device used to securely hold or support laboratory equipment in place. Clamp. Goggles. Goggles are protective eyewear designed to shield the eyes from chemicals, debris, or harmful substances in a laboratory. Goggles. Gloves. Gloves are protective hand coverings used in laboratories to safeguard against chemicals, heat, and contamination. Gloves. Stopwatch. A stopwatch is a handheld timer used to measure the duration of an event or process with high precision. Stopwatch. Spatula. A spatula is a flat, small tool used for stirring, scraping, or transferring substances in a laboratory. Spatula. Incubator. An incubator is a device used to maintain a constant temperature and environment for growing biological cultures. Incubator. Centrifuge. A centrifuge is a machine that spins samples at high speed to separate components based on their density. Centrifuge. Mortar. A mortar is a bowl-shaped vessel used with a pestle to grind, crush, or mix substances in a laboratory. Mortar. Retort. A retort is a glass vessel used in distillation to heat liquids and collect vapors. Retort. Tripod. A tripod is a three-legged stand used to support laboratory equipment, typically a flask or beaker during heating. Tripod. Burner. A burner is a laboratory device used to produce a controlled flame for heating, sterilizing, or combustion. Burner. Flask stand. A flask stand is a support structure used to hold flasks or other laboratory glassware securely during experiments. Flask stand. Desiccator. A desiccator is a sealed container used to keep substances dry by removing moisture with a desiccant desiccator. Spectrometer. A spectrometer is an instrument used to measure the intensity of light at different wavelengths for analyzing material composition. Spectrometer. Barometer. A barometer is an instrument used to measure atmospheric pressure. Barometer. Hygrometer. A hygrometer is an instrument used to measure the humidity or moisture content in the air. Hygrometer. Evaporator. An evaporator is a device used to heat liquids and facilitate the evaporation of solvents, leaving behind concentrated substances. Evaporator. Pipette filler. A pipette filler is a rubber or plastic device used to safely draw liquid into a pipette by creating suction. Pipette filler. Petri dish. A Petri dish is a shallow, flat dish made of glass or plastic used to culture microorganisms or grow cells. Petri dish. Hot plate. A hot plate is a laboratory device used to heat substances in containers, typically with a built-in temperature control. Hot plate. Bottle. A bottle is a container, typically made of glass or plastic, used for storing liquids or chemicals in a laboratory. Bottle. Wash bottle. A wash bottle is a squeezable bottle used to rinse or wash laboratory equipment with a liquid. Wash bottle. Cylinder. A cylinder is a cylindrical container used to measure and hold liquids in a laboratory. Cylinder. Dispenser. A dispenser is a device used to evenly dispense small amounts of liquids or powders. Dispenser. Plate. A plate is a flat, typically circular surface used in laboratories for holding or cultivating samples. Plate. Filter. A filter is a device used to separate solids from liquids or gases by trapping particles. Filter. Scoop. A scoop is a small handheld tool used to transfer or measure powders, solids, or liquids. Scoop. Thermostat. A thermostat is a device used to regulate and maintain a set temperature in a system or environment. Thermostat. Plate reader. A plate reader is an instrument used to measure absorbance, fluorescence, or luminescence in samples contained in microplates. Plate reader. Electrodes. Electrodes are conductive materials used to make electrical contact with a non-metallic medium, such as a solution or gas. Electrodes. Spectroscope. A spectroscope is an instrument used to observe and analyze the spectrum of light emitted or absorbed by a substance. Spectroscope. Lab coat. Lab coat is a protective garment worn in laboratories to shield against chemicals, heat, and contamination. Lab coat. Magnetic stirrer. A magnetic stirrer is a device that uses a rotating magnetic field to stir liquids with a magnetic bar. Magnetic stirrer. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe.